Welcome back, everybody. We are freshened up from that rest hold. We are going to get into our main event for this episode of Smack Talk, which is going to be the July mailbag questions you all submitted from the past couple of weeks here. And as I mentioned before, we are not going to answer every single one of them. Some of them we've answered before. Some of them, just we kind of don't want to answer and stuff like that. But the majority of them we are going to get into here. We're going to dig in first with Christopher Marin, who says, who would you have given 10-plus world titles to, and should Randy Orton, John Cena, Triple H, and Edge have won that many? I'll start off here. I think that, as I've mentioned before, one of the downsides of the brand split is that more people get more titles, and it kind of demeans the whole thing. So back in the time, Bret Hart used to be a 5-time champion, and it was like, wow. And now it's like, 7-time champion. You can get some more. I think, though, those guys kind of make sense. Randy Orton, John Cena, Triple H, and Edge, because they were really at the top for a long time. Undertaker and Shawn Michaels are the only two other people that I would have given more than 10 title reigns to. And somebody that I think should not have gotten to that point, and, he could have really easily, was Batista. I'm glad that he wasn't. But Wago, I'm going to start off with you. What do you think of these guys getting the 10 world titles, and is there anybody else that should have gotten that?
Based off what pro wrestling's become, all of them deserve the championships that they have. But personally, I don't think any of them, well, maybe Triple H, because of how long his longevity, and Shawn Michaels could be one of those guys. But for the most part, I prefer them to have less title reigns, but longer title reigns. Let's face it, most of these guys should only have half the title wins that they do if they didn't fucking take the title off of them for 1 or 2 months.
Caitlin, what about you?
Well, the thing about having 10 world title runs is that you also lost it 10 times. So I agree that fewer title runs that are longer mean more. Sure, you won it 10 times, but you also lost it 10 times. So I think Orton, Cena, Triple H, and Edge all deserved it. As far as who I would add to the list, you already said Shawn Michaels. I think that's an easy one. I would like to have seen Eddie hold more titles. Eddie Guerrero's always been a good superstar, in my opinion, so I would like to have seen him hold the title a little bit more. And, of course, Kurt Angle. He held it several times. I don't know the exact number, but Kurt Angle held it several times, but he didn't quite make that mark. But I would like to have seen him do it.
That's a good choice. I think Angle makes a lot of sense. And, I don't know, maybe I would say maybe Bret Hart, maybe Hulk Hogan.
No, don't give Bret Hart anything. He's a shitty human being.
Maybe if he got 4 out of 10.
Nah.
Drew would have laughed. He liked that 4 out of 10 joke for the longest fucking time.
Hey guys, it's too close to the mic guy. It's so fucking funny.
Hey, too close to the mic guy. He says 4 out of 10.
I'm gonna do this every week because I fucking think I'm hilarious, and I don't realize that everybody thinks I'm a stupid fucking idiot.
But Wago, I'm gonna say something offensive.
I'll carry this dog shit everywhere.
Drew is not joining us, but I have a couple answers from him later on, so we'll get into that. I don't remember for sure who asked us this next question. I think it was Silent Winter Doom, so I'm gonna give it credit to Silent Winter Doom for it. But it was, what would your porn star names be? So there's been a couple different ways that you can kind of determine that. I've always heard the street name that you grew up on, and your pet's name or something, and then your middle name mixed with whatever. What's the one that you guys had heard the most?
Yeah, I heard the first pet's name and the street you grew up on. If that were the case, mine would be Mickey South. But if we were going just by anything I can pick, I'd be Mighty Johnson.
Headbanger Mosh.
I'm going to opt out because I don't want people to find my old videos.
Peyton already fucking dug out your old pictures.
No. What would my name be? If it was the first pet and your street name, it would be Sparky Crestview. Which, that's not a very good board name.
Sounds like
I don't know why. Whenever I'm trying to think of a name, I always just remember fucking Meatloaf trying to come up with his name on South Park. Tri-Tip!
I gotta assume it would be some kind of play off the mango name, like Fruit Cocktail or something like that. Just some kind of a stupid thing like that. But I want to know what you guys think our porn star names should be. That's more important. You guys leave those comments.
Oh, God.
Give porn star names to all of us, as well as Drew, Sean, Peyton, anybody else that you want to throw out there. You
And
guys
just remember,
suggest.
when you're coming up with it, the fox is Peyton's
His spirit animal.
favorite animal.
Ring Kings. So these two for sure are silent when to do them. He says, I've never been too big on Sasha in the tourneys and such, but seeing her go with a more natural look the past couple of weeks made her look 1,000 times better to me. She looked worse Sunday at the pay-per-view with the makeup globbed on, but better again when she won on Monday. Is there anything that you feel can ruin the appearance of a woman, like Tony's distaste for tattoos and Wago's hate of period hair?
Yeah, 200 pounds.
Yeah, fat for sure. That's a major one. And there's been, like, I've seen some, like, fat people that have been, like, kind of, like, where we'd be like, oh, man, you'd be so cute if you weren't fat. Like, you know, it sucks when you're fat and you can't lose the weight and stuff. I'm not completely just making fun of fat people, but that's true. I mean, I'm not attracted to fat people. Tattoos, as you mentioned.
I'm not attracted to unhealthy people. Fucking overweight.
Anorexic, too,
like,
yeah. That's
like ridiculously overweight, ridiculously underweight, smoking.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Smoking's a
what I was
big,
gonna bring up, yeah.
big
Yeah,
negative
fucking,
for that.
if you smell like beer all the time, that type of shit. Like, just basic stuff. Fucking general hygiene.
Mhm.
Yes.
Christ.
Take care of yourself. That's the bottom line.
Yeah,
I
if you
don't-
smell like one of these fucking festival goers all year round, get the fuck out.
I don't like certain styles all that much. Like, I hate when people have, like, the shaved side of their head.
Oh, too thick eyebrows. That's a big turn off for me. Where they fucking like paint it on. That shit's obnoxious.
That's
I
a
don't like-
downside.
Bad teeth is a big one for me.
Ooh.
That's a big turn off. Bad teeth.
Bad teeth is terrible. I'm not a big fan of piercings.
I like
Like,
tattoos on a girl as long as they're done well.
I don't like
Yeah.
tattoos, like, at all.
Yeah, I know, you're a bitch.
Like, I mean, if somebody's got, like, a little heart on their foot, I'm not going to be like, oh, you're disgusting, you know what I mean?
I think tattoos are some of the hottest things that can be on a woman.
Like that Zara Schreiber girl,
Oh, she was nice.
she was real hot, and I think she would have looked so much better without those tattoos.
I think she would have looked so much better if she wasn't a Nazi.
Well, that too.
I know you don't, and I don't, Tony. Wago, do you have any tattoos?
No, not yet. I've been one of these guys that wants a tattoo, but I don't want to be the guy that regrets getting a tattoo, so I'm waiting until I know it's something I'll like.
So I can't pass up this idea of this joke. It's so
God.
stupid, but I have to. 0 to 10. Would you rank Zara a 9 out of 10?
Fuck you.
Tony. Get out.
Didn't you have enough of those jokes when, like, the story originally came around?
Probably. I also don't like the globbed up makeup, like Silent with the Doom was saying. Like Wago, Wago, you just spread it out the thing about the eyebrows. I hate with when people that do the eyebrow thing, but I also hate when they've got like, they're trying to make like their lips stand out so much with like weird ass fucking colors, and they like have like the glitter on their face and stuff. Like just
Hoop earrings.
Oh God, yeah.
I don't like the weird eyebrows, like when they completely get rid of the eyebrows and they draw on these scary looking ones. That's
Yeah,
weird.
that's what I also meant with the eyebrows. There's so many ways you can fuck up your eyebrows today, and they're like, yeah, I'm fucking pretty. Yeah, you fucking look horrendous.
I'm also not a fan of like goth stuff.
I can do goth.
Oh yeah, I can get down with that.
That's
like,
actually,
I'll put it-
partially my type.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
See, I go with the kind of thing where it's like if there's like a hot goth girl, she'll still be hot. But I'll be like, man, why don't you just like not be goth and you'll be even hotter?
I prefer grunge. I like if anything that's kind of like grunge or punk rock. I like too.
I like preppy, but
Yeah,
then again, I am preppy. So.
Bitch with your fucking preppy spike turn, your preppy fucking pink shirt.
I like somebody who can match me in my pink dress shirt.
Jeez.
Let's see, another Silent One of Doom question here. If you had the belt, what would be on the plates? I like that question a lot. I think it would be either the mango tree logo or just a mango.
Big fucking dick.
So you'd have to
Big dick.
You'd have to
Yeah,
get a different model to do that, right?
Now, would it be a picture of a dick on the plates, or would it be like a 3D dick coming out of the sides of the plates, like spikes?
No, just portraits of Seth's fucking leaks.
Just a picture of cocknose.
Anything they have to blur out.
It just says "fuck you." Caleb, what are your plates going to be on
My
the belt?
plates. I would probably be. I'm a big fan of cats, especially big cats like lions and tigers and jaguars. So it'd probably be like a lion or a panther or a jaguar or something like that. Some fierce-looking cat.
Actually, I want an animated video of Mufasa killing Scar.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Mufasa doesn't kill Scar.
All the way around.
I haven't watched Lion King in a long time. I got to rewatch that movie.
Everyone would love to see Mufasa kill Scar. That'd be a fucking hero.
Dad, wake up! Get up, Dad!
I love the one where there's an advertisement WD-40 fixes anything and it's Simba spraying WD-40 into Mufasa's ear.
Get up, Dad! I was going to make a plate bowl joke, but we can move on. Sent in from Callum Wiggins. Now that there's been a few months and the dust has settled, how do you rate WrestleMania 32 looking back on the event?
32 was the last one?
Mm-hmm.
Still shit.
I liked it, still.
No, 32 was the last one, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, 31 was much better.
Yeah.
31 was one of the best WrestleManias of all time. 32 had a hard act to follow.
30 was better too, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
I like 30. I like 31, then I like 30, and 32 is just not even close. But overall, it was just such a miss on so many things. I mean, you come out with that Zack Ryder IC title win, it was just stupid. And you know what? If they had actually ran with it and did something, I could say, well, at least they proved me wrong. But no. He lost the title next night on Raw, like we all fucking said straight after it happened.
Well, this was a pay-per-view that was really hindered by all those injuries. Like, we didn't get the John Cena Undertaker match. We didn't get Sting Undertaker. We had a lot of people missing.
Seth Rollins was out.
Undertaker wrestled Shane.
Yeah, that's right.
It took me a second. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, that match was good. The Roman Reigns and Triple H match was actually good, but I couldn't get into it because the fans were just going, "We like the sound of our own voice!"
Yeah, that was annoying.
And the whole title reign after that was kind of fucked up, too.
What else was there? Like, there wasn't anything that was... there's nothing on that show other than Shane's table bump, I guess, where I'm like going, oh man, that was a WrestleMania moment. There was
the 20-man Battle Royal, the Andre the Giant Memorial.
Yeah, Baron Corbin won that.
Yeah, I just would have rather not had the fucking Battle Royal, to be honest.
We had the new women's championship debuted with Charlotte.
Yeah, Charlotte.
Actually, thinking about it, that was probably match of the night and the best moment of the night, the triple threat women's match. So, yeah, that was probably the number one thing I took away from it. Overall, it was just a dud pay-per-view.
I liked it, but I think it was the weakest of the last, 3 or 4 years.
I think every fucking event that we've had so far this year, after Mania, has been better.
I agree.
Yeah.
I'm not saying this is an average WrestleMania. I'm saying it's an average pay-per-view, full stop. It was a shit WrestleMania.
I think SummerSlam's going to be better.
Definitely.
I think so, yeah.
I should fucking hope so.
It's already shaping up to be that way.
Another question here from Callum. Say you wanted to book a feud featuring two superstars, women/teams, like whatever that case may be, that ended in a double turn. Who would you pick and why? Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins. Without a doubt.
Yeah, that was the easy answer that I came up with, too. I was trying to think of something else that was less obvious, but I'm blanking right now. The question went by
really fast. Could you repeat that?
Which two wrestlers or teams or women would you book in a double turn?
A double turn, yeah. I guess Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns. Everyone else is actually in a pretty good spot. I guess you could do it with AJ and John Cena just to get them in the roles that I'd rather have them, but... by the way, I just wanted to quickly mention this. This is going to be a pretty big video. You guys fucking, especially you, Peter, have a habit of just leaving comments without any reference to what it fucking is. Timestamp your shit.
Oh, yeah. Because it'll be like, LOL at foot pun. We still don't know what that meant.
At least, just even if it's a sentence that just describes what we're on about, or just put the fucking minute and second that you're on. Because we have no idea. We're not being fucking unsociable. You bastards fucking don't do it right.
We're not being unsociable, you bastards. No, he does bring up a good point, though. If you guys...
Yeah, you're laughing at me going, oh, he's called them bastards, but he is right.
If you timestamp it, or you just put a little, at whatever, at question 6 or even actually don't do that. Don't do at question 6 because I don't know what questions are what numbers. Just be like
30 seconds.
Yeah, do the timestamps. That's even better.
Do the timestamp. It's not fucking hard. Literally got to pause the video, look at the time, type it, then you comment.
Just do the timestamp and get the Patriot.
By this time, they've already fucking started answering all their shit. So now we're gonna have half of them not timestamped anyway. But I thought it was worth pointing out.
You can go back and edit comments, can't you?
Yeah, you can, but I'm too fucking lazy.
Let's see here. Do you think WWE should establish weight classes and fit their titles according to this? Nope. It hinders them too much.
Yep.
Yeah. No, it's more exciting when anybody can go for any title.
Nope.
And especially when the roster is split now, you don't want to further limit who the people can face.
You can't have a cruiserweight championship and not establish weight classes.
I don't think you should have a cruiserweight championship.
That one, obviously.
But they bring in a cruiserweight championship. If SmackDown, I don't give a fuck what they do. Raw has to have weight classes now, as far as I'm concerned.
And they, instead of having the World Heavyweight Championship, they're going to have the Universal Championship.
Seriously, the best thing you can do is, because you can pull off having 2 weight classes. You just make them fucking, don't just diminish one. The Cruiserweight was, you're too small to be a main eventer title. Don't make it that. You can have a main event Cruiserweight. But, they're going to have a Cruiserweight title and not weight classes, because that makes sense.
I think the only way you can do this is if you have about triple the roster, no brand extension, and you have the WWE World Heavyweight Championship as the only world title. You get rid of the Intercontinental in the United States and make it the WWE Middleweight Championship. And then you have the Cruiserweight Championship. You could still have a tag team. And you could still have...
actually make no sense because Cruiserweight's actually higher than Middleweight. You'd have to call it
really?
a lightweight title. Yeah, so basically their Cruiserweight division is essentially in between light heavyweight and heavyweight. It actually makes no fucking sense. Because they also blow up everybody's weight. If you wanted to do it correctly, you'd have to really change a few things, but it's what it is.
So, because I always thought that middleweight made sense because it would be in the middle of the two. It would go world heavyweight, and then what would be the middle between the cruiserweight and that?
It's heavyweight, cruiserweight, light heavyweight, middleweight, welterweight, lightweight.
Huh. So cruiserweight would be the next step.
Uh-huh. So cruiserweight's basically a way of saying you're not heavyweight, but you're not shit. You're not some scrawny dude. But then their dudes look like they're 110.
Oh, then you do the WWE Super Heavyweight. Only the fat guys. I don't like the I don't think that the structure that they have can work with it.
I don't think they're prepared for it, but it's fucking awkward if you have a cruiserweight title and a heavyweight title. But then again, as long as they don't call the main title the heavyweight, I guess you can get away with it. Just seems dumb. Yeah. It's almost like if you're not a certain weight, you should have to challenge for the cruiserweight. It's weird.
And that you shouldn't be able to challenge for other titles if you're in the cruiserweight division.
I tell you what, it's awkward having that title and Finn Balor on the same roster.
Or Callisto,
I'm looking at Finn Balor and I'm going, dude, you should be the fucking cruiserweight champion because, you're that weight.
Yeah.
Peyton's not here to answer this question about season 2 of Lucha Underground being better than season 1. But Peyton, if you're listening, leave a comment. Nobody has any thoughts about it. You guys didn't watch Lucha Underground, right?
I watched a couple episodes. I've got nothing bad to say about Lucha Underground. It's just a very unique experience. It's one of those where I'll probably binge watch it at some point. I heard their Ultimate Lucha, which was separated into 3 episodes this time, was good, but nowhere near as good as the last one. So generally I've heard that season 1 was better in its finale, but season 2 was better throughout.
Yeah, I only watched the first episode of the second season of Lucha Underground. I enjoyed it. I would like to watch some more, but I just haven't gotten into it that much. So I'm looking forward to doing that someday. I'll probably binge watch it like Wago said.
Yeah, it's going to be a while before I do because somebody had to make a fucking draft, and now I have to watch more WWE.
Mm-hmm.
Well, which probably won't end up happening. I'll probably just pick one show again.
Mm-hmm.
Moving on to guest 5, he says, with SummerSlam coming up, do you think it would be better if the event was held in an open-roofed arena or stadium to try to make it a little bit different from the rest of that stuff? Or should it just be a normal roofed-in kind of dome situation like that than the normal kind of stuff?
Smaller arena with a roof, the better. Keeps the sound in. A lot of these open arenas fucking kill the entire feel of the pay-per-view. So many WrestleManias have been so awkwardly quiet because of these shitty fucking stadiums.
See, I'm going to go the opposite route because I want them to distinguish a more summery vibe to it. I've been wanting them to combine Bash at the Beach.
I knew you were going to bring that up.
And Great American Bash. And I think that SummerSlam...
The Great American Bash at the Beach.
The Great American Bash at the Beach, yeah. I've put this out there a while ago that they used to have a thing called Seasons Beatings, like Seasons Greetings kind of a thing. I think you need to do specials based off of Seasons Beatings, and you should do Halloween Havoc, the Great American Bash at the Beach, which should be a July 4th outside kind of a thing, and New Year's Revolution. And I can't remember what the other one was. Spring Stampede, I think it was. I think that if you don't do that, and SummerSlam is going to be the only like summer thing, it'd be kind of cool to do it as like an outside sort of thing, because it's like the biggest party of the summer. We're outside, but then that takes away from WrestleMania a little bit. So
nothing says an amazing match like Seth Rollins and Tyler Black when they Seth Rollins and Tyler Black. Wow, Seth Rollins and Finn Balor.
That's gonna be a great match.
Hey, it would be. This is fucking you guys doing the fucking Smark impression before the show. Fucking, but yeah.
The only thing better than Tyler Black versus Fergal Devitt.
Nothing says an amazing match between them. What the fuck, you can't hear any of the fucking fans, though. They're so quiet in those open arenas, it kills the entire vibe for me.
How about you give them all those microphones that Abraham Washington used to have?
As long as they don't make any jokes about rape, sure. Let's kick them out.
I mean,
Drew can't be in the audience.
Visually, I think the outdoor ones in the sun actually do work better, I think, visually. But that, I think, probably should be saved for WrestleMania. But you are totally right about the sound. If the sound isn't there, if you can't hear the crowd, if it gets too big, it kind of loses a bit at a certain point. So I agree, keeping it to a moderate size arena, whether it be roofed or not. Roofed or roofed? I don't know. Whether it be roofed or not. Just don't make it too big, because it takes away from it.
You ever hear people call it a rough? Those people are terrible. So we're in agreement then, instead of SummerSlam, it should be the Great American Bash at the Beach, that they do this outside, right?
No, you agree on that.
I think that we're in agreement. I think that everybody should leave their agreements in the comments below with a timestamp.
Do you remember when Peyton said that Shane McMahon wasn't coming back and we were all stupid?
Hey, I wasn't there. I would have been on Peyton's side for that one.
Let's see. When's your beat up John Cena day? Every day.
Every day, man.
Every day, but especially April 23rd, because that's his birthday. So I'd want to beat him up extra that day.
That's like birthday punches, right?
Yes.
Yeah, but I hadn't penciled in for 6 o'clock that day. You can't have that day.
Let's move on to Peter's questions. I should have started off the whole thing with this one. That would have been funny. How are you today?
You should have started with that.
My back hurts. It's really hot in this room, so I hope this podcast ends soon. And that's about it.
I've had a shit week and a half of being overworked, and with the draft and San Diego Comic-Con, and 2 laptops died on me in the span of 3 days. And I did 30-something articles and 8 movie trailer reactions, 3 of which had copyright claims that I had to fight. I won them today. Fuck you, Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
I am so worn out. I actually passed out around like 4 o'clock this afternoon and woke up only at 8 o'clock from everybody going, when are we doing the fucking podcast? So I am out of it, and this is going to be one of the last things I do for the entire week. I'm going to take the couple days off because fuck it. He also specifies, though, where has Drew been? Is he okay? Drew sent me an answer to this. Drew says, since the beginning of June, I began the process of moving out of my parents' house into a place I live at now with my friends and girlfriend. We didn't have TV or internet for a while, but thankfully we do now. I've had a couple issues while recording since I moved in. Yeah, like turning your mic around. One is my location is the location my computer is currently at, where I have an echo, where I'm recording because the ceiling is very tall, blah, 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 blah. Another issue, more relevant, got promoted as a manager for his job, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so he's been busy doing that kind of stuff.
Hey, Drew, you're the manager now. You're coming in at 4 a.m.
He says, it sucks because I miss watching wrestling and doing the podcast regularly. So that's where Drew's been. Also, I'm a little bit hungry.
So yeah, that's why the podcast improved. Next question.
I do think it's kind of funny, though. Like, if I would have started off this as, like, all right, our big mailbag questions for the month. You guys want to get into some wrestling talk? First question, how you guys doing? But I appreciate it, Peter. Thank you for that.
I don't.
Other than when you record the podcast, remember
you're
that...
not going to ask how me and Wago are? Fuck you.
Hey, you guys answered, didn't you?
I did.
I didn't.
I don't care what you feel like.
How are you, Kalen?
I'm all right.
I'm so glad that I went back to you.
Glad you made us think about it now.
Now, just for that, your team name's whatever that thing you didn't want it to be. All right, this is kind of confusing. He says, other than when you record the podcast, remember that joke.
The podcast. I get it. What?
I don't get the joke.
Wait, what was the...
Other than when you record the podcast, parentheses, remember that joke.
All right, shut up. You're an idiot.
Are you calling this podcast a joke?
Not you, but Tony, the person who ever asked that. You're
Peter.
Yeah,
Yeah, so Peter, you got to clarify what that joke is. I'm totally lost.
Explain.
But he says, do you guys ever meet up with each other in real life? I have not seen anybody other than, Dace and Dane, if you count, are from my area. They're literally in the same town. So yeah. Caroline and Peyton, I've met up with for Comic-Con and such. And everybody else, like Drew, Wago, Kaylin, Angie, Sean, haven't met them in person yet. So,
well, as for me and Kaylin, we've met up once. We did some Simpsons trivia. We're probably going to meet up again and go to Cedar Point. He's in Ohio. I'm in Michigan. We're about a couple hours away from each other, so it's not the hardest trip in the world. But do plan on meeting Mike and everyone else. I did want to go to Comic-Con one year, but finances are a bitch. Drew was going to go too, but
burnt some chairs.
He said he burned some chairs. He just backed out because he's a fucking bitch. But yeah.
So Drew is the only one among us who has never met another member of the podcast in person, right?
Yeah, he chickened out because
that's true. Yeah,
he's a fucking coward.
I know Sean wants to come here soon. He's been talking about like, I got to find a way over there. I think if Sean comes over to the United States, he's not going to want to leave.
He doesn't get past border control. He says some dumb shit.
He'll be like, "Oh, this is a fucking bomb," all right? I'm like, "Oh, you said bomb? What the hell?" So yeah, I don't know. It'd be kind of cool if we could all meet up at some point, do a pay-per-view or something like that. But
yeah, I honestly don't think the entire team's ever all going to meet in one place.
I doubt it.
It's going to be parts here and there, but we'll work to it. Maybe we can all go to a WrestleMania together one year.
Mm-hmm.
We just
meet up in real life. I thought we all recorded this in a studio together. Are you telling me that's not true?
Ow, why did you just hit me, Wago? Why do you think Tyson Kidd / The Rock is still employed under a wrestler's contract? I think that they're waiting for Tyson Kidd's contract to just expire, and I don't think that The Rock is.
Well, also, the last time they let Rock's contract expire, they didn't get him back for several years.
I think he's just like an ambassador kind of thing.
Yeah, I don't think he's under a real contract. I think he just does an appearance deal now and again.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I think we're all in agreement Kidd's not wrestling again, right?
Maybe. I think it's highly unlikely. I
hope he does.
I hope he does, unless he's in some serious pain or...
well...
If there's any possibility he can re-injure his neck, he probably shouldn't either.
No, if it's too risky, he damn sure better not.
Because I wouldn't expect to see him, but I like him. I wouldn't expect to see him, but I would be happy if he did show back up.
Because all the sick fucks on the internet still want Kurt Angle to wrestle because they're fucking idiotic and haven't realized he can't move his fucking head anymore. So it wouldn't surprise me if people want Tyson Kidd too if he's in the same way, but if he's anything like Kurt, he needs to stay out of the business.
This one's almost specifically for Wago, but it's, what do you think of Britain leaving the European Union?
I'm for it. Initially, it's going to have some catastrophic financial issues, but that was writing on the wall. Anyone that didn't expect that's a fucking moron. The biggest issue with the whole Brexit thing was representation. Something that kind of flew under the radar for when America was reporting on it. It's just like, this isn't good for America. Fuck what England thought, apparently. But the gist of it was, we've challenged EU legislation 60 plus times. We have never once changed or beaten EU legislation. we don't get to vote the officials in. They're chosen, and they're normally all democratic, and regardless of what side you're for, it's never good to have just one party in power.
Right.
Like I go more to the right, and I'll fucking gladly admit that. There's like people want to fucking say everybody was a racist that fucking voted for Brexit, but there is some serious issues with Islamic immigration right now. You can't deny it. There's a migrant rape crisis going on right now. I don't think they've gone a day without having some terrorist issue recently. Like, it's got to have been going on for a good month now. So yeah, Europe's fucked. It's a sinking ship. I expect France to leave next. I think this is a win for the UK. I think more people are going to leave Europe, leave the EU now, and people are going to get their sovereignty back.
I don't know anything about it, but I think Brexit is funny.
Yeah, I fucking love that name. I was like, whoever came up with that, good for you, because it's pissing people off.
That's like literally all I know about the whole situation is I was like, Brexit. That's kind of funny. Typical American, right? This doesn't happen in America? Or my town specifically? I don't fucking care. It's like,
pretty much.
I say the people's voices have been spoken, or have been heard, rather. The people spoke their voice and they've been heard. And good for them.
Another question here. Do you have any pets? I have a really, really stupid dog and 2 birds that don't shut the fuck up.
You know they don't.
Chirp.
4 cats, 1 dog.
I have had cats my entire life, and at one point I had 7 cats. Yes, I know, that's crazy.
Crazy cat lady.
But just a couple weeks ago, my 20-year-old cat passed away, unfortunately. So this is the first time in my life that I've not had any pets at all. But I do have 2 stray cats that have been coming around my house, and I've been feeding them. And God damn it, I'm probably going to end up adopting them and naming them and doing all that stuff. So, in fact, one was just in my house, and I just escorted him outside.
Escorted.
Yes, that's the
Move along, buddy.
You've got like those the things at the airports.
Wago, did you say, can you name one? Is that what you said?
Yeah, I want to name one.
Yeah, if you're as good as naming cats as you are as fantasy league teams, sure, go ahead.
What, you don't want your cat to be called Brianna's bitch cat?
No, what's your idea? If you have a good idea, I'd actually consider it.
I need to see the cat first. You have to put
all right, I'll send you pictures.
Into this.
Since Drew didn't name that cat the name I wanted him to name it, I think that you should pick the name up. I think you should name one of those cats Lamp.
Lamp.
If I ever get a derpy ass cat, I might call him Lamp. See, my cats have got awesome names. I've got Vander, who's named after Evander Holyfield because he's got half an ear. Then I named my other cat one of my other cats I adopted, Mike Tyson, because he's the one that bit it off. So he's named Tyson. I got Shima, which means stripe in Japanese. He was my first cat. He's a 14-pound motherfucker. And there's Abby, who is our little black bastard.
Is that the one that's always just kind of like, can I come in?
Shima, yeah, he's the one that headbutts the fucking shit.
Hey, what are you doing? Thud, thud. Is this something that's like audio? Thud.
Yeah, that's Shima.
Yeah, I got to meet Wago's cats, and I got to say they're pretty cool.
They're a little sheepish just because of certain things that happened the last time you were around, but
you have sheep cats?
They'll be a lot more I said sheepish, jackass. But yeah, they're a lot more sociable now.
One of them's named Barry.
Well, as it happened, back when I used to live in England, I used to live in a very populated area by sheep. So when I was like webcamming with Jana because I started to move to the US and all, she was hearing fucking sheep going off at 4 a.m. in the morning, and I just like point the laptop towards the window, and this is a sheep staring in at her.
That's creepy as hell.
Yeah.
And then the cats committed crimes, so now they're on the lam.
I had 6 geese as well. They sucked.
This question is for Wago. Would you consider Pokemon Wi-Fi battling fans on Twitch?
I would have no idea how to do that because the Pokemon games that I've got a DS with games on it, but I don't know how to emulate that onto my PC. If you have a way I can do it, then let me know. I've got emulators that I play for the Twitch games. Now, if I can Wi-Fi battle... Actually, no, I can't Wi-Fi battle with those because the DS games prior to the 3DS battle had their servers shut down. So Yeah, unless I can get the 3DS to emulate, the answer's no.
Ooh, what you could do is they have the Pokemon trading card game online that you can play it. You could do the.
I'm playing trading cards, you fucking nerd.
Was that Jester? Similar token, have you downloaded Pokemon Go? And if so, what are your thoughts?
Level 12, Team Mystic. Yes, I have. Fun little game. Bit addictive. Glad it's getting people outside. I'm also glad it's getting people in the road hit by cars because the headlines are great. My favorite one recently is that somebody tried to basically...
The fan?
Yes, the fan.
Yeah,
They tried to hack... So basically, the amount of steps you take is very similar to the handheld. The more steps you take, the quicker your eggs hatch. So somebody attached it to a ceiling fan, their phone. Let it spin around, it flew off, hit them in the face, gave them this huge fucking lump on their head. Look it up, it's fucking hilarious. Natural selection at its finest.
Dumbasses.
Kalen, have you gotten it yet? You said you didn't have a phone for it.
I've been playing Pokemon Go.
Old man Kalen got rid of his fucking,
his rotary phone.
I have been playing Pokemon Go. I am also at level 12, even though I had to restart my account. And Team Valor, by the way.
Fucking
yeah, Team Valor.
Team Valor.
Spit on you.
And, well, at least I'm not Instinct, though. That's the worst. I'm not Extinct.
I've had that game for a while, and you're level 12. Shows how much little I play that shit.
I'm a level 7.
And well, yesterday I went from level 8 to level 12, just playing yesterday. And I haven't even used my lucky egg yet. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to wait till I'm about 15, pop my lucky egg, and then evolve all those Pidgeys. What I did yesterday, I want to share this story with you, though, real quick. Last night, I went downtown in my city, and there's this place by the river that spawns a bunch of Pokemon. And there's
You're not going to sing the song?
Right there. No, I'm sorry. And I was, I had heard people been going down there to catch them and hang out. There's like these big stone steps and a fountain down there. And so I parked a couple blocks away, walking over there. I'm seeing people walk around downtown playing it. 2 people here, 4 people there, 1 person there. And I'm expecting to see about 30 people. I come over this hill and I'm able to see down over the fountain, over all the steps. Last night at about 11:30, I went down there. There was at least 250 people in this park after dark playing Pokemon. It fucking blew my mind. I thought there may be a couple dozen people, but hundreds were down there, and it was really cool scene. Everyone was super friendly. No one was, split into gangs for the different teams or anything. Everyone was really helpful. There would be a call like, hey, there's a Wartortle over here. So a mass exodus of 200 people would all walk at the same time, 2 blocks east, just so we could all get the Wartortle.
I want really so bad to find an area like that and just be like, I fucking Mewtwo.
It's a Weedle.
Yeah. It's really weird. It's such a phenomenon. But yes, I have been playing Pokemon Go and I love it. It's great.
I think it's slightly overrated, but it's a very fun game. It's very fun, but it's not this fucking amazing must-have. If you've got some time to kill, want to go on a walk, go ahead.
Exactly. There's not much depth to it, but
if you want to be really cool,
time exercise.
There's something called lure modules in the game, which you can drop off at Pokestops. There's several Pokestops, which are children's hospitals. If you've got a few that you just want to drop it off for the kids because it gives them something to do because they can't run around too much.
Very good idea. Aw. Wago.
That's my good deed of the year.
Of the year.
That's really out of character for you.
Yeah, I'm going to be back to going, yo, you want to kick midgets?
Well, after you drop that lure module, just take off their life support. Peyton can't answer this one about which characters does he miss the most from 2K16?
That's not what it says. It doesn't say characters. Read it.
Peyton, which one of your babies do you miss the most? Okay. Was there any thought of doing a brand split with so many superstars? Would Tony or Wago run it? I ain't running shit.
I ain't running shit.
There's the answer to that then.
I've fucking run my own Twitch channel enough since I got this new job. I can't fucking do that.
Since King Barrett is gone, is another King of the Ring going to be coming up soon? I doubt it.
Probably.
But, that'd be kind of cool if they did another King of the Ring.
Unless it's its own pay-per-view and most of the matches happen on the pay-per-view or on the special, I don't want to see it. I hate it when it's solely on a brand. I hate it when it's solely on just the TV shows. And I hate it when the guy has to do a King gimmick.
Yeah.
If there was one person, though, that you would want to see do a King gimmick, who would it be? I have an answer.
What's your answer?
Bo Dallas. I would love to see him do
King Bo.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, you've sold me. Okay, I'm good for this.
You know, I can't think of a better option right now, so maybe.
That's fucking amazing. Inspirational.
I would hate it because he's such a jobber and it would devalue the King of the Ring a little bit, but I would still love it.
Oh, fuck off. What's the King of the Ring right now? When's it elevated somebody?
Right.
Fucking, did it elevate Sheamus? No. Did it elevate King Barrett? No. The only guy elevated slightly recently was fucking William Regal. Alright, 1997. Tell me someone that's fucking in the modern era.
Oh, good point.
That guy, the one guy.
Was it 1997? That sounds way too late. Probably
King Booker?
No, fucking Austin. When did he win the King of the Ring? Was it 95?
96.
Fuck me, I can get it right. 2020.
Let's see what we have here. Kill, repackage 2, keep 2 the same. McFreakin' Duncan, Mega Powers Radio, Fanboys Anonymous, Peyton's Twitch, and Smark Out Moment. I'm going to keep Smark Out Moment at Fanboys the same, obviously. Repackage Twitch, because the NPR show is not really working all that well when it comes to that, and not having those characters. And kill McFreakin' Duncan.
Yeah, I was going to say, kill McFreakin' Duncan, because there's nothing there, simply. That was a weird one to throw out there. Repackage? We're in the process of doing it some, but I'd like to see Smark Out Moment be shuffled around a little more. I still think things can be done a little differently, and certain segments shouldn't have to take as long or prominence, and get rid of some of the stupid ones like fucking... What's that one?
Finisher versus finisher.
Yeah, finisher versus finisher. What a fucking dumb topic. I hate that fucking... Stupid. What else would I repackage? I'd repackage the Twitch show. No offense, but it's just been kind of awkward since the MPW show went down. I think it fits more on the radio, but it isn't a bad show. I think it just needs to be reworked so we can get some more interactive gaming on there or change it some way. It's just a little odd that it's on Twitch. As far as keep the same, I guess Fanboys Anonymous. If you want to write on there, I'm sure Tony will appreciate it. And
very much so.
What's the other one that I've left out? Or have I covered them all?
I think that's it.
I think that's it, yeah.
Alright, cool.
What about you, Kalen?
I'm pretty much on the same page, although you won't really have to kill McFreakin' Duncan because he kind of did that himself. Yeah, it is such a shame about how the video game got screwed up. So that, I know we're still going through and trying to figure out what's going on with that, but I think it's been working all right. But if there was something else, some more of a, I'm not exactly sure, but maybe repackage.
What's disappointing about that? That was a brand new change.
Yeah, I know. I was really liking it.
And it's already got, and look, no fault of any of ours. We couldn't have fucking stopped that. That was just whack.
Right. Yeah.
I also felt like it was a bit weird just having half one show, half the other. I always thought it could be integrated a little more.
I did
it seems odd that it's a post show and then another show, but
I did like the other added element of that too. But we'll see what's going on. I know Mike's going to get 2K17 and stuff, so we'll see what's going to happen here in the future. As far as repackage,
if you guys are listening, we'll keep doing it.
Yeah. Repackage also, yeah. Smark Out Moment. I know you are kind of juggling things around in the last couple of episodes, so once we get the right formula, like I think the last one was pretty good, but we'll see how it's going, and then keep Fanboys Anonymous because I like it.
Still just have a couple more. It's a long edition.
Couple more.
This is another Pokemon one, actually. I missed this one. What do you think? Why do you think the wrestling Pokemon Hall Lucha can't learn submission? I assume different wrestling styles?
Because the game developer, Game Freak, and Nintendo didn't put it in.
The biggest thing, I think, is why are there bug flying types like Butterfree that can't learn fly?
Because I think fly is meant to also be a move that can carry a trainer spot to spot. Now, of course, that fucking goes out the window where Pidgey and Spearow can learn it. And Doduo, oddly enough, the one
flightless bird can learn fly.
I don't know if that's still the case, but it very much was in Pokemon Stadium, and I believe in Red and Blue. But yeah, there's a few fucking odd ones there.
It was weird on Stadium, too, because you could see the animation, and it was like Charizard flaps his wings and flies up. Doduo, or whatever, just kind of like teleports.
Walks.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's a children's game. Stop thinking about it too hard. Yeah.
What match that was scheduled that didn't happen did you want to see? Sting versus Undertaker.
Nope. Would have been two old men having a shitty match. You would have tuned in for the entrances and wished the match was over in 5 minutes.
Still would have wanted to see it.
You would have wanted to see the entrances.
At the very least.
Yeah, that's all you want.
And for them to stare down in the ring.
That's all you want. You don't really want the match. You just want the dramatics. So nobody wants that match. Everyone thinks they want that match. They don't want that match. Shawn Michaels versus The Rock.
Yeah, that's another good one.
I'm going to go with two that they weren't officially scheduled because it was just a rumor, but that Hawaii show that was supposed to happen a few months ago, where we were supposed to have John Cena versus Shinsuke Nakamura, and we were also supposed to have Brock Lesnar versus Kevin Owens, and that ended up not panning out. But I thought both of those would have been great matches. Hopefully we can see those in the future.
Any thoughts on the Cruiserweight Classic? I'm loving it.
Not watched a single bit of it yet, and it's right up my alley. I don't know why I have. I think it's just time.
Definitely take the time to watch it. I've seen...
That's the thing. I don't want to just leave it running on in the background. I want to give it my attention, so I'm waiting until I've got the time. It's not like I have to watch it soon. It's like not time-sensitive material, so...
Yeah. Every match that I've seen so far has been good. Or great. Some of them have been really good. And there's a lot of people on that roster that I want them to just sign them, move them on up, give them an NXT or Raw or whatever. Like, TJ Perkins, really surprised about him. Sean Maluda is actually pretty good.
How's Zack Sabre doing? Has he wrestled yet?
I haven't seen him yet. I think he might be tonight's episode, but I didn't get a chance to check that out.
I hope he doesn't flop. I mean, I've seen, for the most part, that guy's very consistent, but I've seen a couple flops. But also, most of his work that I saw was when I was working shows and watching him on the card, so he's probably improved, ridiculously since I've seen him.
Some other standout guys that I think are really good. I said Perkins and Sean Maluda, Lindsay Dorado, Aria Davari, which I thought that's kind of weird that I would be saying about Davari. Kota Ibushi, of course. Akira Tozawa was really cool. I actually liked Mustafa Ali quite a bit. And I would say probably my number one that I would be like, wow, they need to sign this guy real quick. And I'm pretty sure that they have. Cedric Alexander.
Yeah, he's a very impressive guy. He had a tag team partner. I don't remember his name, but he's quite good too.
Have you checked it out yet, Kalen?
I have not watched any of it yet, but like Wago said, it's something I would totally be interested in. So I need to just sit down and binge watch those sometime.
I would recommend it to everybody out there. Go ahead and don't skip out on this. It's really good. And our last one, finally.
Have you saved the best till last, or have you just saved something till last?
I think it's a pretty good one.
Okay.
Who are going to be the new SmackDown 6?
Does SmackDown have 6 members?
Right.
It's tough. I will cheat a little bit here and constitute American Alpha as one. But I would say American Alpha, AJ Styles, Apollo Crews, Ambrose, Ziggler, and Cena.
John Cena, AJ Styles, Dolph Ziggler. That's when it gets hard. Those last three, Dean Ambrose. Those last two are tricky.
You wouldn't put Crews in there?
Not yet. I haven't seen. Have you seen him have even a 4-star match yet?
No, I think he's on his way there, though.
Exactly, he's not fucking there yet, though.
There's Baron Corbin. There's
fucking not putting him up there. Like, I like him, but he's still improving. There's no
American
women
Alpha.
that are fucking standouts right now. I'm a sexist. I think the women fucking shit gold.
You clearly don't know how to talk about women.
Shit, that last two are too high. Like now, SmackDown got fucked.
Kurt Hawkins.
Kurt Hawkins.
And Rhino.
Randy Orton, he's on fucking SmackDown. He's always good. I don't know anyone else. I guess Apollo Crews by default, but like
The Miz is on there.
Yeah, but does he really like the SmackDown 6 was about having like these amazing matches. I was such an advocate that Cesaro should have been on SmackDown.
He should have been.
I guess Bray Wyatt, but he fucking sucks in the ring. Is Del Rio on SmackDown?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Shit. If he fucking gets on his A game, maybe him.
You got a six picks?
Yeah. Did you say 6 picks or dick picks? Because I got both.
Picks?
Okay. I kind of split them into kind of how they were doing before. I have a face pair, a tweener pair, and a heel pair. My face pair would be Ambrose and Cena. My tweener pair would be AJ Styles and Randy Orton. And my heel pair are Bray Wyatt and Baron Corbin. And I know Corbin is kind of it was a tough pick for me. I'd rather go with The Miz, but I'm going to stick by my decision for now.
Shit, it could be Shelton Benjamin if he still can go.
Yeah.
I'm up for that.
SmackDown's a weird brand.
It really is. It doesn't know what it's doing yet.
It's got enough star power where it can survive, but it's just so weird.
It's so unnecessary to do this brand split.
Shelton Benjamin's got to come in as a babyface, right?
He doesn't have to. I think he'll initially get a pop regardless. So there's so many times a guy's debuted. Like, remember when Seth was back? He's like, "Yeah, I'm back," and fuck you.
This is what's confusing. I think he's going to come in as a babyface, and I think he's going to feud with The Miz or Baron Corbin.
Mm-hmm.
But they could have him feud with somebody like Apollo Crews, or they could have him feud with, well, Dean Ambrose is with Dolph Ziggler right now. John Cena's with, or, he can feud with Del Rio. There's a lot of different options for him.
What they did with Rhino in NXT. He'll come in as a babyface. He'll beat up some heels, put some heels over, and then he'll switch to heel when they need to put some baby faces over.
Yeah.
And then switch him back again, like they did with Rhino.
And what they did with Big Show every week.
Yeah.
How many every week?
All right. Well, that was a long edition of this. I want you guys to leave your comments below with those little tags to let us know what, you were referring to and all that. We are going to take another break because we need a break after this one. And then after that, we are going to be going into the Fantasy League to end off the show. So click on part 5. We will see you in that section, everyone.